Hope everyone's good. You're back with another 620 podcast featuring your favorite Gooner and man like Matt. What you saying, my bro? You good, yeah?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Of course, love to hear that. Love to hear that. Obviously, people, it's not gonna be a long one tonight. Friday and that. Quick half an hour more time. We're just gonna blast through some predictions. Um, earlier predictions we made on Mondays, and then current talk at the moment in regards to what's happening with the top six, especially Manchester United. But we'll get into that when we get into that. So predictions, yeah. Obviously, mistakes were made. Errors were made. Still, I'll be real. I'll be real. We'll start off with the Salzburg Chelsea game. Obviously Chelsea won that one 2-1. I don't know if it was I didn't watch the game, so I don't know if it was a convincing performance. Don't know if you saw anything about that. If you watched, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched bits of it. I mean, it wasn't like I'm not gonna say they didn't deserve to win, but it wasn't the greatest of performances. But they got the win. Great,
Yeah, the end
brilliant
result.
goal from brilliant winning goal from Havertz as well.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that. That was dirty. Still, that was dirty. Well, you said 1-1. I said 1-0
Close.
Salzburg. So we both took the L there.
Yeah,
Dortmund City. For from Dortmund City shagged me still. City shagged me. You said 3-2 City, right?
yeah,
I said 3-0 City. Obviously, as we know, City drew 0-0 again. Mahrez missed another penalty again. For me, Pep just has to take the guy off now. It's, since from when he missed the penalty against Liverpool a few years ago, yeah, it should have been done.
mm,
I don't know
yeah.
who was on that pitch,
Yeah,
yeah.
the thing is, he's missed a few big ones as well. Do you remember against West Ham last season? At um at the London Stadium when they were down 2-0 at half time and then they came back. Mahrez had a penalty that could have put them up 3-2, and that would have actually clinched the league more or less before the last day. And he missed it as well. So
This is
yeah,
why I
and then
don't
you
get why
obviously
they.
missed the one against Copenhagen.
That's what I'm saying. But why would you continue to give him these pressure penalties, as you should call it? If you're 2-0 up, 3-0 up, I get it. But when it's 0-0, when you're 1-0 down, why is this guy taking pens? He clearly, I don't know if it's a mentality thing, but he clearly can't hack it. How many times does Pep has to be shown this? And Pep's normally someone who sees something once and makes the change.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? I think before Haaland came in, I mean, if you look at City's attackers and their midfielders, who would you say is the best sort of pure striker of the ball in terms of shooting? I
De
mean, everybody
Bruyne,
says KDB, but even KDB is not the best on penalties either. I'd love to know what his
Gundogan for
penalty
the
record is.
penalties.
Gundogan's decent, but he's missed his fair share of them as well. But when you look at the likes of like Foden, Grealish, and even when Sterling and Jesus were there, these are not great strikers of the ball in terms of shooting. So
That's what.
Mahrez is probably the best out of out of
Nah,
that.
nah, nah. That has to, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. The guy doesn't even start the games, bro. Telling me he's the best striker of the ball, fam. I'd rather have Laporte take my penalties at this rate. I'm a big man thing. Like I don't get it. Like you literally saw him miss the penalty against Copenhagen where you had 10 men and could have grabbed 3 points, and then it's another 0-0 game, and you slap the guy on the pens again. Like I don't get it. You don't need to have a continental pro license to clock that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, moving forward, I don't want to dwell on City too much. Um, they got the point. I'm sure they're still top of the group, lie.
Yeah,
So probably not looking into it. But I can't lie, City's performance levels have dropped last few games still.
I agree.
Their, yeah, their last few games, they must got the Arsenal treatment. I don't know. Must be something about the best teams in England just decreasing a little bit. Obviously, we saw Liverpool go down as well. But we'll see. We'll see how things pan out.
Yeah,
Three
I just
games
think
before the World Cup.
the level of quality in City's team isn't maintained the same way it used to be when they rotate
That's true.
anymore.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Especially for me, the midfield. I feel like the midfield is not as threatening as it used to be.
To be fair, he can't even he can't even rotate the midfield too much because Calvin Phillips has been injured, and we haven't even seen much of him, and he's injured. I mean, he's got Gundogan, Rodri, Bernardo Silva. Those are basically his main sort of three central midfielders. He doesn't really have much room to sort of rotate as much as he used to.
Is he still using Foden in midfield? Yeah, has he not? He's not been playing him on the wing.
Nah, Foden plays out wide.
So I'm saying you can't even. And so, what Silver back in the midfield now because Pep confuses
Silva,
me. 1 minute Silver's playing right wing, then he's back in the mid, and it's like, yo, this guy, bro, he's everywhere. And you know what?
nah,
Silver never looks out of place. You know.
yeah, he's good. He's good enough to play midfield, definitely.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I saw a Liverpool Manchester City what's it called squad combined squad, and the whole midfield was City. Silver
Mm,
was in there, Rodri and De Bruyne, I think. So it just show you like in context, their midfield is just like levels above because if not one Liverpool midfielder can get in there, then that's wild.
yeah.
But yeah, as I said, moving on from City in the other results, we got Liverpool Ajax. You said 3-3. I don't know what you were smoking. You got the 3 right, but I don't know. I don't know how you thought Ajax was coming on an aggressive thing like that. To be fair, I said 2-0 Ajax, so I can't really.
Bro, they should have. How they didn't score at least one goal is beyond me, bro. Like the finishing, I think the commentator said during the match that Tadic hasn't scored a goal this season, and you could tell because
Yeah,
he had a very good chance that he
Tadic normally
fumbled.
puts them in the net as well. He has a
Yeah,
good goal scoring record in the Eredivisie, so I'm surprised.
yeah. They reminded me a lot of Brighton in that game. You know, they passed the ball around Liverpool splendidly at times, but the finishing just wasn't there in the final
Wasn't there?
third.
Yeah, no, I hear you. What do you think the factor? Would you, I could say fear factor, but like when you play against a big team and then these opportunities are coming, are you more like I don't know paranoid that you need to score so you overthink? Do you think that's what's happening? Because you do see a lot of games when big oppositions concede chances, they don't really concede that many goals though.
You know what? There's probably something in that sort of notion because as like an inferior team, sometimes when you get such a good chance against a better opposition, you might have it at the back of your mind that this might be the only one you're going to get, and so just that sort of added sort of pressure of the situation might make you sort of undercook a finish. Or like there was one early in the game where I can't remember what the guy's name is, but they had worked the ball around Liverpool's box so well, and all he just had to do was slot it past Allison, and he's hit the post. And honestly, it was probably the second easiest chance of the game after after Nunez's open goal that he missed. But yeah, man, Ajax, they missed brilliant chances. But I think after Liverpool scored 2-0, they were out of it. They never created anything. They never looked like scoring at all after Liverpool scored. After Liverpool went 2-0 up.
Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I think there is a factor. There must be. But Ajax, are they really a threatening, dangerous side like that? Yes and no, I guess. We haven't seen the same performance from them in the Champions League since that year when they knocked out Juve in Madrid. So maybe it should have been, and that's why it was routine. Well, you say routine. I know you just said Ajax dominated, but the scoreline is the only
I
thing
mean,
that
I mean, they went toe to toe with Liverpool in the first half. In the second half, they were out of it.
is it. Where did most of the goals come in the second half?
Liverpool scored. They went into halftime 1-0 up, and then they scored the other two in the second half.
Okay. Fair. Well, all my Liverpool fans out there, I'm still not confident that you guys will win on the weekend. To be fair, 'cause you man are topsy turvy right now. I think they got Leicester as well. Leicester have been picking up points as well, so that'll be an interesting one if they are playing Leicester. I think it is Leicester. Moving on though, last Champions League game, the most underachieved team in the top four, Spurs. They were against Sporting. They drew 1-1. I said 0-0. So I got a cheeky point there. You said 3-1 Spurs. Um, To be fair, Spurs could have won, but they had the that last minute goal ruled out, which was perfect for me because it meant my accumulator came in. So thank you, VAR. Appreciate you. But yeah, I don't know if you saw that game. I didn't watch it, but I saw the hype around the ending. It was a bit wild still.
Yeah, I saw, another game that I saw bits of, and to be fair, Sporting got away with one because honestly, their game management in the last sort of 5 minutes was absolutely shocking. Just before Kane scored the disallowed goal, they had an opportunity where they'd worked around the Tottenham box, and I think it might have been their right back or something. Yeah, his name is Pedro Porro. I think he came from Man City.
Yeah, I know about him.
Instead of him to just sort of like just keep the ball or do something a bit smarter with the ball, instead he blazed it over the bar. Literally, Tottenham got the goal kick, worked the ball around. Perisic crossfield, Emerson header, Kane goal, and I was thinking, yo, this is how you don't man. This is how not to manage a game. But luckily, they got away with it. And to be fair, it would have been harsh for them to lose. They gave Tottenham a good game,
Yeah, I heard Spurs only played well in the last 20 minutes.
pretty much.
Oh. Well, end of the day, I needed that draw. They got me that
Oh,
point.
I just for banter's purposes, did you see Emerson's no look pass? People were fanning Anthony. Did you see Emerson's no look pass?
Bro, the no look pass was killing me, bro. My man thought he was prime Robinho, bro. My man no looked past it out of the pitch. Are you dumb? It's giving
And
Balotelli Maradona shot vibes. It's killing me, bro.
the
It's
maddest thing is,
killing me.
they were 1-0 down at that point, bro. They needed a goal.
What are
And,
you
and
doing,
man was
G? Nah, you know what killed me as well? I don't know if you heard the commentator here. Man said, "You're gonna do it. At least have the ability to do it."
bro, they were in a desperate position. I can't remember if they were 1-0 or if it was 1-1, but they were in a desperate position and he chose to do that. So,
Yeah, that's
for those people
wild
those
decision
people
making.
clowning Anthony, they need to put things into context.
Yeah, we'll get to the anti situation still. We'll talk about Mr. Teacup in a sec. But Emerson, bro, I can't lie, Spurs fans. We wanted Emerson. I'm so glad G-Man took him off our hands. I'll be real, because this guy is not it. And you man are just wasting away Jed Spence, bro. Free the kid, bro. We let the guy play, fam. Emerson is obviously I
Wait.
don't want to
How
turn
how
around.
would how on earth would Arsenal have managed with Emerson and Savage at the same time, bro?
Well, I don't know. I just heard we was linked to Emerson first. Emerson said he'd rather go Spurs because of Champions League. I said, cool, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, I'll be real. I'm not here to say, oh, Emerson's dead. He can't play football. He's crap. At the end of the day, he's earning peas. I'm sitting here talking about him. However, I genuinely do not feel he's good enough to play for Tottenham. He's not good enough for the Prem, and he's not good enough to be in a Champions League team.
I mean, you know what though? He probably gets sort of points for commitment. Did you hear that he spends like close to like £1 million on his body?
I heard about that, bro, but it's definitely just tats and Brazilian butt lifts because I ain't seen no performance enhancements, bro. There's not one game's gone by where a Tottenham fan telling me Emerson late up today, or I haven't seen any pundits chat about my man. I haven't seen anything in the press about Emerson. This is the first time he's popped up in the news, and it's because my man's doing no look passes to the ball boy. So I don't know. I don't know. Emerson is not looking good, my guy. Tottenham. The thing is, yeah, if Tottenham actually, because obviously Tottenham play on the counter right now. If they invested properly in their fullbacks, it'd be more dangerous because I'm hearing as well. I've been listening to expressions recently. He's funny, bro. And I've been hearing him talk about Sessignon, and it sounded like Sessignon is not it either. I thought he was gonna be a baller. He had a good stint at Fulham as well. I thought he was gonna be it, but I'm hearing he's not it. And then when they look to the resources, they got Doherty, Ben Davis. It's tight. And then they don't trust the Jed Spence. It's tight. I don't know.
Yeah, I
What I'm
think
saying,
when I think when Conte signed Perisic, because Perisic predominantly plays left wing back. When Conte signed Perisic, it made me sort of question how he views Sessegnon. And I know people might think, oh, but Perisic is 34, it could have just been for cover. But I mean, we all know Perisic. Perisic is a very durable player. Even though he's 34, he pretty much plays like he's still sort of 27. And
yeah,
so the
yeah,
fact that Conte brought him in, albeit for free, the fact that Conte brought him in just kind of confirmed to me that he's still not 100% sure about Sessegnon.
he's not. But in terms of going forward, like future wise, Spurs fans are gonna want Sessignon to be the guy to answer the questions, and I don't think he's that guy right now. Maybe he
Mm.
just needs a bit more time. I don't know what it is, but Tottenham look like they're on a decline. I'll be real. I heard Son said he wants to leave. I think it's
Really?
sinking in. Huh? You ever
Really?
seen it? You ever seen all the reports? There's been loads of news reports saying Son wants to leave, and apparently Liverpool are after him.
But
Liverpool interested.
Isn't Son on like a 6 or 5 year contract?
Aren't Henry? Harry Kane was on the 6-year contract. I think he's got
That's
three,
true.
2 or 3 years left. But Son, yeah, Son said Son's had enough, bro. And I can't blame him, bro. He's a quality winger. He doesn't want to be in this counter attacking negative football, bro. Son don't want to do that. Son's used
But
to punch, bro.
to be fair though, Son is responsible for a lot of sort of Tottenham's fan base in Asia. They can't afford to let him go.
That's true.
Son is Son is a very valuable commodity even outside the pitch for Tottenham. They
That's
can't
facts.
afford to let him go. They're not going to let him go.
The thing is, you're saying they're not gonna let him go, but if he wants to leave, it makes more sense to sell him than to run down his contract. To lie,
They're not going to
you
let
could
him go, Kingsley. They're not going
easily
to.
still get about 40, 50 million for Son,
Yeah,
even
100%. But they're not going to
with a
let him
year
go.
left. That's wild, bro. Free the guy, man. Free Son, free Kane. You know what I mean? These guys want trophies, bro. You're not gonna get that at Spurs, fam. Any Spurs player that might stumble across this one day, you're not getting any trophies at Spurs, my guy. Louder thing, louder thing. Bro, you know it's serious when like teams like Leicester have won more trophies recently. You know what I'm saying, and in the European competitions, teams like Seville and Villarreal, and it has to put in perspective. I know Tottenham got into the final that year, which
Mm.
we all knew they were never gonna win, and it was only Lucas that got him to the final and won that controversy with Llorente. But apart from that, I don't think Spurs have ever looked like working, winning a trophy since the Carling Cup, the Jonathan Woodgate Cup. I don't think
Yeah,
they've ever looked like they were gonna win a trophy.
yeah. I remember vaguely under Poch, they got to a semi-final of the FA Cup. I think twice. There was one year we beat them. I think that was in 17-18. Then there was one year Chelsea beat them. That might have been 16-17. So they got to the FA Cup semis twice on the porch. Do you remember when they got to the final of the Carabao Cup and then they sacked Jose that the
Yeah, that
week
was wild.
leading
That
up
was
to the final?
wild. I can't believe they did that. This is the only guy who's never managed a trophy and not won a club. Never managed a club and not won a
Not won a
trophy.
trophy, yeah.
And you're about to you sack him. He's getting to the finals of a trophy and you sack him. And I heard one influencer on YouTube, I can't remember his name, he was talking about how trophies, especially in England, fans just love dismissing trophies and saying, "Oh, all we care about is Premier and Champions League." But I don't feel that's fair. End of the day, silverware, silverware. I agree with him. This is what he said. He said, "Silverware, silverware. Trophy's a trophy. Every club wants to win trophies, so it doesn't matter what. Even if it's a charity shield, mate, it's albeit it's plastic. It's a trophy, innit? And I feel like we should put more respect on trophies because everyone's like, "Oh, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, they don't mean anything." But they do. You know, these are cup. Well, not especially not really the Carabao Cup, but we call it the League Cup back in the day. But the FA Cup is a massive cup, and it was considered quite high, and it's just lost. I think it's lost its way because it's just been dominated by top six teams. So that's why people were like, "Oh, it don't matter now." But I don't care what anyone says to me. If I win the Carabao Cup, I'm happy and I'm gloating. I'm saying I've won a trophy this year. What have you won? It's a trophy.
I agree with you somewhat, but I also do think that I think due to the fact that Tottenham and Kane and Son and Spurs in general haven't won anything yet, no trophy is pretty much the stick that is used to sort of beat them with. But if they were to win, let's say a Carabao Cup, for example, I still think there will be an element of that people would still clown because it's like all of that, all of those goals and all of those combinations and all of those everything you guys have done, and yet the only thing you have to show for it is a Carabao. You know what they would have to do, in my opinion, for them, then they're not going to win the league. For them to still sort of have a respectable sort of trophy cabinet, or just to have a respectable sort of trophy cabinet that can sort of sum up what they've been able to do in the last 4 years, in my opinion, a Europa League plus maybe one or two FA or Carabao Cups could do it for me, I think. I think then it will be like, okay, at least you got something. But if it's just the Carabao, nah, I'm not sure about that.
No, of course, not to say that just a Carabao will get you by, but if I'm a Tottenham fan, if I work for Tottenham and I win the Carabao Cup, I win the FA Cup this year, I have to look at myself and say I'm part of the biggest success story with Tottenham in the last, well, since the era changed in it, since it became Premier League. I know Spurs fans are going to be like, we won this back in the 80s and we won this in the
Yeah,
50s.
no, but they won
No, no,
the
no. You didn't win nothing. Your granddad won that, bro. Your
they
granddad won that, fam.
they
You didn't
they,
win nothing.
they won the Carling Cup in 2009 under Wande Ramos. That's
That's
the
a,
last. That's the only thing they've won in the Premier League era.
that's sad, bro. Imagine having a whole cabinet with just that in it. What did they do for the tours? That's what I want to know. But they just
I
skip
mean,
that
bro,
bloody tour.
that's why they've got the stadium, bro. The stadium is pretty much like, bro, it's like a dome, bro. Like it's like a spaceship, bro. The stadium's mad.
I must say spaceship. I hear that. I hear that. But then again, there's things inside the spaceship, bro. That stadium is more like a hamster wheel, fam. Yeah, when I'm not here to slag off Spurs, still I got respect for what's his name, Jed Spence. I like him, innit? Free my guy. But yeah, actually that was the last one. Europa League now, the best competition in Europe. You get me? Have you seen what um the teams that are in the round of 32 and 16?
The Europa League is looking
Bro,
very competitive. It's looking
I've
very
seen
exciting.
ATM, Juve, Marcel, Monaco, Arsenal, Spurs could be in there. Yo, United. It's looking wild, fam.
It's looking
Let's
very
looking good.
interesting. Usually, the Europa League doesn't get interesting until, let's say, about quarterfinals,
Semi-finals for me.
sometimes even semis. Yeah, but
Semi-finals. They don't get interested in
uh,
the last year. It was only the semi-finals that people even cared.
yeah, nah. This year the round of 32 fixture should be very very compelling.
It's good, and this is what you want in Europe, man. Forget all the TV licenses and TV rights and all that. I hear that, but this is what you want to see, and you want to see decent clubs in each of the competitions. Obviously, I know Champions League is the one to be in, but let's not forget Europa League now technically had a little promotion because there's Conference League as well. So obviously, it is seen a bit of more prestige. There's hella teams, that compete in Norway, Bulgaria, Austria, and them winning the league only gives them qualifying rounds just to get to Conference League or Europa League. But then
Mm.
you can come fifth, sixth in England, obviously because you know the teams are stronger. There's more money in the team. It's gonna bring more people to watch the match, which gives you way for more P. Da 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 da. Get all that. But I can't lie. In terms of European scheduling and competition, it's definitely been ruined by money. There's probably a lot of more talented teams, players that will never ever get to come across, but that's why I do like the Conference League because I believe it gives opportunities for players who won't get a look in. They get to stand out, and if they have an opportunity where they play against a decent team, I mean, the final last year for Conference League was two decent teams that were in it. I think it was Feyenoord and
Roma,
Roma, and Feyenoord won, which was they were the underdogs. So I rate that.
Roma won, bro.
No, Feyenoord won, bro.
Remember, Mourinho
No,
won the Conference League last season.
They couldn't have paid Feyenoord then because Reece Nelson came back with a trophy in it, and he was on loan to Feyenoord.
I mean, I know Roma. I know Mourinho won the Conference League.
Frankfurt won Europa League because they beat,
Rangers, yeah.
yeah, but nah, what's it called? What's I trying to call them? How can I forget already? I'm googling it right now. You should lose points for this. I'll be real.
Who? Me?
You should lose points for being wrong.
But Roma won the Conference League last season.
You should lose points for being wrong.
You're gonna lose points when you see that Roma won the Conference League last season.
Alright, why can't it just come up on Google straight away? Yeah, Feyenoord won 1-0 against Roma, bro. I'm reading it right now. Yeah, that's
What?
that's that's a 3 point deduction for you. I'll be real.
Wait,
You,
Feyenoord
you
beat.
came.
Wait,
Oh no, 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 no. I'm wrong.
bro,
Yeah, Roma win. Roma win.
bro, bro, bro. You know the mad thing? Mourinho got the 3 trophies tattooed on his shoulder, bro.
No, you're right.
So
You're right. You're right.
I couldn't be wrong. Like,
Okay, so Reece Nelson got to the final. My apologies. Oh no. You know what it was? It was Maitland Niles that came back with the trophy because he was at Roma.
mm,
My bad, my bad. But either way, that's Roma, Feyenoord, still two decent teams in that Conference League. Because I'll be real, when I heard Conference League, I was not expecting that kind of quality of a final. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna
mm.
see like a Hearts versus I don't know, Hajduk split in Croatia or something like that. I knew it was gonna be a that thing. So so I rate it. But, no, going to Europa League then. Obviously, don't worry about Arsenal in it. United play against Sheriff. Obviously, you said 4-0. You was very
Yeah.
wrong. You was very far off. It was 3-0. Um, I said Sheriff would win 2-1, but that was on a technicality. I misspelt United. Meant to United would win 2-1. So that's that. So we both get the 3 points for that one.
Wait,
Um,
I don't even get 3 points. I get 1 point.
oh yeah, no, you get 1 point. No, I rather predicted Sheriff still. I can't even cap. I thought Sheriff might have done something for the man them, but it looks like United. Obviously, I'm guessing you watched that game.
Yeah, I wasn't able to. I came back from work too late, so I wasn't able to watch yours. I was trying to like read the commentary to yours, but now for ours, yeah. To be fair, bruv, we should have got the 4-0. Like, I think we created enough to have scored four. Obviously, shout
You
out
would have got 4 if
Ronaldo.
Anthony wasn't spinning.
Nah, but bruv. But yeah, shout out Ronaldo. He finally got his goal. You know, like to be honest, bro, I honestly thought it wasn't gonna happen for him yesterday because once
Bro, if you
again,
play the guy, he's gonna score.
nah, he was struggling, bro. Especially in the first half, he was
He's gonna be
struggling.
struggling. He's not sharp, bro. Ronaldo is used to playing every game 90 minutes. He's not used to these drips and jabs.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but you need to obviously put into context the quality of opposition we're playing as well. Um,
What
but
team
yeah,
that beat Madrid?
huh?
The team that beat Real Madrid.
Yeah, but where are they in our group?
That's not the point, though.
They
It means they
beat
can step up for big games.
they beat Madrid last year. They were never gonna, a lot can happen in a year. Like, but anyway, regardless of that, obviously we won comfortably. The big talking point was actually Anthony's little spin, and the thing is,
Fidget,
I don't know. I don't know whether. What would you say?
fidget.
I don't know whether it's a British thing or whether the media are just trying to sort of create or fabricate some sort of storyline to sort of
Of course, bro. It's
divert
just
away.
clickbait, man. It's clickbait.
But yeah, to divert away from the progress that Manchester United are actually making under Ten Hag. But I did not understand what the big deal was about what Anthony did yesterday. Like, look, at the end of the day, he does that spin. He's been doing it even since he's calm. He's been doing it. And the ironic thing is, against Tottenham, he did it, and it actually sort of led to something. Like he did it. Perisic sort of committed himself, and then Anthony went past him. So it's not like it's something that like
If that pass was going to Rashford and not Casemiro, then Rashford would have got that, and it would have looked like a good pass.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People were saying, "Oh, it's because he overhit the pass." Okay, but so many people overhit passes. Passes are overhit all the time. Like it's not like he. It's
Word
not
to
like
Emerson.
imagine if he trust me. Imagine if he tried the spin and then whilst he was doing the spin, the ball rolled out for a throw in. Now that that would if they were criticizing him for that, then I would probably sort of understand it a bit more. But to criticize
Yeah.
him just because he did a little spin and then he overhit a pass, come on, man. Like Paul Scholes was
I
saying,
mean, he
he's a
responded and said
clown.
he responded and said that's what got him here, so that's what he's gonna continue to do. And I rate it. I'll be real, I rate it. I don't mind a little bit of showboating, a little bit. Just makes the game a little bit more fun, man. You have to remember these guys lived in a rigid era, innit? These man tucked in their kits and there was no tapes on the wrists or get me. These were very black and white boots. So I get it. I get it. They're coming from a different era. But I feel like they just need to relax. What end of the day, man have won the game 3-0. Okay, cool. He didn't light up that game. Probably if he did, he probably didn't justify himself. But like, is it really that deep? Because last week, man, are getting mad because Ronaldo's walking out the ground, and now you're getting mad because a player's keeping the ball next to his feet. Like it's just, bro, just it don't matter. Like, why are you getting triggered? You're Scholes, you're a United fan. You won 3-0. Why are you getting triggered, bro? If I saw Saka doing that and I won 3-0, I'd be like, star boy. That's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like this negativity sells in it. I feel like people are just too negative, too judgmental, and it's funny because most men that are saying, "Ah, we shouldn't be doing this," blah, 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 they couldn't even do one spin. Man did two. They couldn't do one
Um,
spin under pressure. He did two under pressure.
the funny thing about it is Owen Hargreaves was telling Scholes that that's sort of Anthony's trademark, and then Scholes was like, "Is it?" And I was like, "Yeah." The Scholes was like, "Wait, why is that a trademark? Isn't that something that we could all probably do?" And I was like, "You know what? I need to start seeing videos of people doing that, because I reckon a lot of man can't do it. I reckon a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
it's
man
just
can't do it."
not yeah, not that consistently either. But yeah, for me, the Anthony one, I feel like it's just hype over nothing. Like, I don't see a problem. I'm not a United fan, but I don't see a problem with it. Like, end of the day, like it's a showboat, isn't it? You're playing against a, no offense to Sheriff, but an awful side team of Cowboys. So you're gonna want to do a little dance. That's cool, man. Ronaldinho used to do hella much worse. I know he was a obviously better player, but like I do feel like it is a Brazilian thing to just have a little flair, and except for Fred, because I'm not convinced Fred is Brazilian. I need to see that passport still. He's definitely
What
Ecuadorian.
what about Gabriel?
Yeah, but he's a centre back.
Doesn't matter.
He's a centre back. You don't need flair.
Yeah, but Fred is a box to box midfielder. How many box to box midfielders have flair?
What do you mean? How many? But he's a Brazilian midfielder, man.
Nah.
Thiago, Thiago is technically Brazilian. He used to be box to box. Flair there.
Thiago has never really been box to box like that, man.
He was at Bayern Munich.
Thiago is a controller.
At Bayern Munich, this guy was box to box. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is Fred is Ecuadorian. Anyway, the last game was PSV Arsenal. Unfortunately, I knew it was coming. It was coming. The results have been showing. You predicted 2-1 PSV. I said Arsenal 3-1. Wait, did you predict PSV 2-1?
I did, bruv. It what world? Obviously, my brother's an Arsenal fan, innit? Literally, when he told me the score was 2-0 with like 5 minutes left, I was actually telling him, "Yo, you man need a consolation. I, I need to get, I need to get the 3 points."
Nah, well, I'm glad they didn't, Kai. You only got the point now. But then again, that keeps you 7 points above me, so it's jarring. I'll be real. But yeah, bro, that game, I didn't get to see all of it, but the bits I did see, harsh. I did get to watch it again. Well, mainly like the extended highlights. But yo, wasteful in front of goal and Ketia 100k a week. Squad depth. Holding. Fam, get these clowns out my squad, bro. People complaining about Gabriel saying he needs to be dropped. Dropped for who? Dropped for who, man?
You
I
know
don't
what
want,
they probably,
bro.
you know what they
Holding
probably
should be.
want. You know what they probably want. They probably want Tomiyasu right back, Ben White and Saliba, Tierney left back.
I hear that, but Tomiyasu doesn't go forward like that, so he's not really a threat. And Saka's been looking better when he has that overlapping run
I
to draw
agree.
away the defender. So Tomiyasu doesn't provide that, and that's why we had less goals coming from the right last season.
I
Secondly,
agree.
Tierney has not been the sharp Tierney that we know from 2 years ago. Obviously, he's
Match
been
fitness,
injured.
yeah.
He's been injured. He hasn't been starting. I get that. So for me, Ben White has to start in right back. Gabriel has to start left centre back. When he came on against PSV, obviously the game was already dead, but defensively was much more structured and we looked more solid. Holden was getting spun by Simmons, turned inside out. Get me? The only thing he was holding was violations, bro. And it's just long because I've told people from time, bro. Get out my club, please, bro. We literally loaned the guy to Birmingham, yeah, centre back that we got from MLS. Birmingham fans are saying he's the best centre back they've had for time, bro. Just bro, cancel his thing and put Holding out on loan instead, bro. I beg, bro. How can man on a documentary, yeah, for last season, a man happy on the documentary said, if Arteta only wants to put me on the last 2-3 minutes to head balls out the box, that's what I do for the team. No, bro. Have some ambition, bro, and cut and go play 90 minutes for some team in League One, bro. Wrexham need defenders as well, bro. Like, man, I'm mocking it, G. Like, yeah, PSV this they came out as Simmons different player. Gakpo was still a bit. If anything, Simmons looked the more complete player for me. He was causing every time he was on the ball was danger, man. Barcelona really let a good one go. Be real. But yeah, we lost 2-0, but we're still top of the group, still top of the Premier League. Am I stressed? No, we've had one. Although we lost to you lot, when we lost to you lot, we played well. I didn't mind. When we played against PSV, albeit it was the second team, we played poorly. I do mind. So I'm slightly, very slightly concerned about our form because every match that I've watched, I'm always saying that's the worst we played. When we played against Leeds, I was like, no, when we played against Bodo Glimt the second time, I was like, that's the worst we played. When we played against Leeds, I was like, that's the worst we played. When we played against Southampton, I'm like, that's the worst we played. So when we played against PSV and we lost, I'm like, yeah, it's just going like that, innit? I don't mind if it's going, but it's just going straight down. So I don't know if it and people saying it's fatigue. I'm not hearing this fatigue thing. Man are 13 games into the league, bro. I'm not hearing this fatigue thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Arteta needs to see the problems and clap it out because I'm not trying to have another banter season. I can't, bro. I can't do it. I can't go another season not getting Champions League, and it's gonna be worse because you can't start at the top, be at top for 10 games, and then finish sixth. You can't. Like you just can't. Not when you're
I
Arsenal,
mean,
'cause you get smoked.
for Arsenal to not get Champions League at the end of the season through the top four, that would mean you guys have a serious decline, and that decline might even be sack worthy if that was to happen.
They're not gonna sack Arteta, bro. I don't know what he's done. He might have an OnlyFans or something, and they're all subscribed, but he's not. They're not sacking Arteta, bro. They
It,
love
it,
this guy.
it's
We lost
the Pep
three games.
apprentice tax.
We lost 3 games in a row last season, and they offered him a 5-year contract. Tell me what other club in the history of football has ever done that?
Nottingham Forest.
Swear.
That's what they did for the manager.
Ooh, Coops.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
literally.
but Coops has got them into the league, bro.
No, but you asked, tell me which other club in history has done that. That's the club.
Nah. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
But nah, I
But
hear what you're
Coops,
saying.
yeah, it's stress. But yeah, obviously, as I said, guys, we wanna make it a shorter video today, so we're gonna bang out the predictions for Saturday and Sunday. Don't believe there's a Premier League game going on tonight.
Nah.
No, there's not. So yeah, we'll touch on Saturday's fixtures. Oh, it was Leicester that are playing City, not Liverpool. Liverpool got Leeds. So Leicester City. That's a 12:31 at Ellen Road. What are you saying?
What, King Power, you mean?
I mean, yeah, King Power.
City will beat them 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Yeah.
And with Leicester coming back now, they won the last two off the bottom. Well, they're still bottom. I think they're still bottom, but
I
that
think
must be in.
they're out of the relegation zone, I think.
No, they can't be because Forest got four points out of the last 6.
Yeah, but I think Leicester have won, is it 2 or 3 on the bounce?
2. They've won 2 in a row. I'm checking the table now. Oh no, Forest are last. Yeah, Leicester bounced out. Yeah, Forest needed those points desperately, bro. Wolverhampton on 9 points as well. Leeds are on 9. Mad because Leeds had a decent start.
Yeah, Leeds, yeah.
They
Leeds
lost
and
their last 4.
yeah.
I heard Jesse March said he's not used to losing like this. So we'll see. He's not used to being in the Prem, bro. So we'll see.
With him, there's just some games that he couldn't afford to lose that he's lost. Like, you can't lose to Fulham at home.
Yeah, you can't get smoked like that. But Fulham are decent though.
They are, but as a Leeds team that is sort of looking to stay in the league and push on from the finish that you had last season, you should be
No,
beating
100%. But
Fulham at home.
100%. But form wise, Fulham are Fulham are on it. They're seventh right now. They're 2 points behind you guys, although they've played a game extra. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They're doing all right. They've conceded a lot of goals though. 22 goals conceded. Um, Talking about goals conceded, Leeds have actually conceded. Um, Sorry, Leeds have only actually scored 13 goals, and Leicester have scored 21. So that's interesting. That shows me Leeds are not clinical enough.
mm,
100%. Yeah, you can't be only scoring 13 in 12 games, like, and expect 11 games and expecting to be competing. But yeah, sorry. Let's get back to these predictions. Went a bit off topic there. Looking at the table, man, it's just interesting, bro. I'll be real. So yeah, you said City 3-1, Leicester at home, in form. Well, yeah, I won't say in form, but this season they're in form right now. I'm gonna say 1-1 still. I'm gonna go for Lay because I'm a madman. Liverpool Leeds. I think that's the 5:30 kickoff as well. What are you
ooh,
saying?
I think it's actually 7:45 kickoff.
Oh, it's 7:45. Yeah, Fulham Everton's
Yeah,
5.
Liverpool will beat them. I'm gonna say 3-1 again.
For 3-1. Yeah, against Leeds. Yeah, Leeds are not looking. It is at where is it?
Is that Anfield?
Yeah, it's at Anfield also. Leeds are not winning. Yeah, I'm gonna say Liverpool. After seeing Leeds' goals amounts this season, I'm gonna say Liverpool win 3-0. I don't think Leeds will score. Yeah, I don't think Leeds will score. Chelsea, Brighton. That's interesting. Potter going back to his
That's at the
crib.
annex. Yeah.
That's at the annex. Yeah,
But there's a
I'm
thing
saying
with Brighton.
Brighton 2-0.
Ooh, but Brighton can be so unreliable sometimes up front.
I'm going for the Brighton 2-0 still.
I'm gonna say 2-2 draw.
2-2, yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing it safe. Safe out here, Reed boy. No, I'm joking. All right. So next team in the top six. Newcastle, Aston Villa, because Spurs are not top. I'm joking. Spurs have got. Spurs play on Monday. No, they don't. Where they at?
Spurs should be tomorrow.
Spurs got Bournemouth. Sorry, informed Bournemouth.
At
They haven't lost.
where?
They haven't lost. Bournemouth are at home. Bournemouth haven't. I swear Bournemouth haven't lost since the 9-0.
Um,
Or did they lose the other day? They
I
might have
think they
lost the
lost
other
to
day.
Leicester.
Yeah, they
I
lost
think.
the. Yeah. Well, that's their first loss since the 9-0. You know.
Mm, Spurs will beat them.
I don't know. I can't see Spurs winning this one. I'll be real,
The
especially because
Spurs.
Bournemouth are at home.
In
I'll be
fact,
real.
1-1.
I think Bournemouth are winning 2-1. You saying 1-1? Yeah,
Yeah, 1-1.
bro. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you this weekend. You know, I'm catching up. I swear to fried cheese, I'm catching up, bro. Like, watch out for me, my guy. Sunday, Arsenal, Forest at the Emirates, 2 o'clock. Arsenal 3-0. What are you saying? Don't say
Arsenal.
nothing silly, bro, because I
Arsenal.
swear, fam.
Arsenal 4-0. No. I don't give silly predictions, bro.
Because Forest, obviously, Forest beat Liverpool.
Yeah, I said
So
Arsenal 4-0. I could see you guys sort of routing them. It'll be a good fixture for Jesus to sort of get back
yeah, he needs to get
and
his
sort
goal scoring
scoring sort of
confidence back.
form
But I
again.
feel like it's very rare for especially a team of Forest's capabilities. No disrespect for them to beat two top six teams in a row. Like
Yeah.
that's too much. That's too much. And then lastly, United and Westy. You saying United and Westy at Old Trafford. West
2-0,
Ham.
2-0 United.
West Ham are scoring, bro.
2-0
Skamak
United.
Skamaka's scoring a tap in. West Ham United. I reckon that's a tough one. You know,
You
this is
know,
probably going to be your.
we've got a good defense, you know.
This is going to be a harder game than the Chelsea one.
I don't know about that.
It will. You won't be. You will not dominate West Ham in that first half like you did at Chelsea.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm saying 1-1.
1-1. Fair enough.
What are you saying?
2-0. 2-0 United.
2-0. Who you think scoring?
CR37, bro. It's time. It's time.
I said it's time.
But I don't
I'm
think he'll
surprised he's even
start.
back
I
in
don't
the
think he'll
squad,
start.
rude boy.
Nah, you know what would be good if we could be like, if we could be 1-0 up, then he comes on and then seals the game. That would be a good
That's what.
football score.
No, he doesn't need to. He should already be on to steal you man the game. Enough of this. Enough of this Ronaldo slander, man. Enough of this Ronaldo slander, man. He is the LeBron James of football. He should be playing every minute,
Did,
every game. I
did
don't
you
care if we're playing Leeds, West Ham. He could even be playing Ethiopians under 19s. Ronaldo needs to be playing every game, man.
did you see LeBron against the Denver Nuggets the other day, bro?
Bro, that's not the point.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. I love LeBron, by the way. But yeah, 2-0 United.
Yeah, say no more. Well, we're gonna wrap things up there. Bit of a shorter one than usual. But yeah, looking forward to what happens this weekend. Keep following us on Twitter, guys. 6/20 podcast, and make sure that you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend. Stay blessed, and we'll see you on Monday.